Hey traders, Nick here looking at Ford, F as the symbol, outstanding performance here. These are the short-term lines I had on it. I speak to I don't know 500-600 people a week that are members and in the chat room and in the breakout sessions live. Uh, the questions are, how about now? And some are hooting and hollering because they've been long because we said to get long. I issued a long at 7 or just over 7, and it was a massive win. And the question is, do I dare get long here? Not with my money. So I started with the fact that I was a fan of it lower, and I'll tell you why I'm not a fan of it here. That doesn't mean you go out and short it. It just means that if my mother comes and says, "Hey, I want to invest in Ford," and I say, "Mom, not right now. Why don't you let it cool off? Let it rally without you. There are better stocks that are cheaper." And so let's address the technical aspect and the opportunity. So I'm going to guess that this is about the electric truck, maybe Lightning, whatever it's called. So I'm going to also guess that it's going to cannibalize other truck buyers from Ford and some new truck buyers that are not truck people. So we are truck people, but we are a Chevy household as far as trucks are concerned, Silverados specifically, and my son builds them, so I know a little bit about trucks. So I'm going to guess that it's not as big a news as they think it is, but it will be good because they haven't done something this exciting in a while. The Mach-E is great. It is a looker, and it went like 80 or 90% of its charge on somebody that tested it on YouTube. So they're doing the right things now. But is that right thing? It says get long here. So let's address the technical aspect. So they had this candle to beat. They beat it yesterday, and now they beat it even more. I don't know if there's news about it. I'm not a news guy. You can go hunt the news and find out why. I don't care why. I want to know what happens next. Can I get long here, or should I short it here, or should I fade it here? Should I book profits? All these questions. So first question, if I have greens this big, yes, I would book profits. The markets are at all-time highs, and we have jobs report on Friday that could freak people out. Not freak me out, but freak people out. CNBC will go, oh my God, the TNX is rising too fast. CFT is falling too fast. And Art Cashin will come out and scare the bejesus out of you because wage inflation is getting out of control. Whatever it is, markets trip. So this one has to trade within the market. So you don't just think Ford. You have to think Ford inside an all-time high market where the small caps are in correction mode and the S&P is in all-time high mode. Something's got to give. Either we all turn around and be like the small caps, or the small caps have to get off their ass and break out. So that's the macro. Now let's address this guy. First of all, I'm going to take out all the lines because it's going to get busy. I'm going to go to a 3-month chart to show you what level you're buying. This is contention zones from 1998. So you have all of this to contend with. It's a pretty big zone, so I don't know where they're going to show up to sell it, but I know that this is overhead supply. So the rally from here is not going to be as easy as slicing through these two right there. That's personal opinion. Breaking from this gives them room to run. Technically, they have more room to run, but if I'm buying here, I'm bailing one of these people out. Not my job. I would never do that. Even if it goes to 26, where is the first real obvious place that they can bail. So if you have a target, maybe 26 is it, 28.9, 28.8, something like that. Okay, so that's one reason. The other reason is show me the money, right? So let's talk some fundamentals. I'm not poo-pooing it. I'm just talking some fundamentals. So let's use logic. 2014. No issues out of the 2008 debacle, not into the pandemic. 2014, 2015, they had, let's average, 25 let's see here, 145, 146 billion in revenues. Now 135. So where's the growth? We are going backwards, right? And then on top of it, with this little, with this 145, they had, I'm going to average 25 billion in gross profit. Now it's like half of that in gross profit with just a little bit less revenues. So what's eating it? What's happening? Forget about the net income. Also, it's meek compared to the averages. Like, okay, 1.27, 4, 7, 4. What happened? And what the hell happened here? Did they buy something? 47 million? Now back to 3. I get that. That's pandemic. But what happened here? Okay, so let's look at the, quote, expensive statistics. PE of 30, it used to be single digits not too long ago. What happened in 2019? So I ignored this. So something went wacko in 2019. But what are these? And now 30. That's expensive relative to itself. And this one, price to sales, although it's for a growth company, that's appropriate. Here it's not appropriate, but even that is double what it used to be. So any which way you slice it, it's a healthy company. I'm not saying, I mean, look at the revenue. That's pretty monstrous. And the overview, if you look at it, they do create cash from operations, like 25 billion. That's pretty good. They're borrowing a little too much, it looks like. Debt to asset ratios are rising. So the income statement doesn't say, wee. So whatever it is, it's expectations of future prospects. So nothing gets out of a stock price faster than wrong expectations. That's just a warning. Okay, so remember that I called it long down here. Somewhere, I don't remember when, but it was like $7 because I remember saying you can buy the $8 call or you can buy the $7 call, and then it went to the moon. So it's not like I was a hater. Let me go to a weekly chart. Maybe it'll be easier for me to see when I did that. It doesn't matter. So I'm not a hater of the company, right? And to tell you that there should be some booking going on here rather than chasing. It's not like, oh my God, I was wrong about it and I'm getting vindicated. No. In fact, I have never covered this as a too hot to handle that I remember. And this was a trigger that has more upside. I'm acknowledging that. 26 on a quarterly basis, it's the first top on a quarterly basis from like whatever it was, 1999 or whatever that was, 2000. So technically it has more room. You don't want to short a stock this strong. This is like the strongest gazelle there is out there. What is GM doing these days? Not as strong, but pretty strong. And this is an inverse head and shoulders. So I would prefer to chase GM above 65 for a trade, not an investment, because then it has maybe $6 to $9 of upside from there. But Ford up here, if somebody said, hey, can I get long Ford? I'd say, you know what? You're going to probably get better entry spots, even at the risk of missing out, say, $2 to $3 of upside. And if they say, should I book profits? I say, hell yes, I would book profits. I would book profits. I'm not giving anybody recommendations. I'm just telling you what I think the stock will do. This is all me saying what I think of the stock price action in Ford. The bottom line is, I don't see the exuberance in the P&L yet. Therefore, I can assume that the exuberance lives in the actual opinions of forward successes. And I said nothing comes out of a stock price faster than opinions.